Hey guys, it's me, and today, wait, hold on, I gotta do something. Much better. It's the little things, okay? I can't do a pride-related video without the rainbow lights, okay? Although you can only see about one light, but just think, I got 4 of these bitches going right now. Ew. I turned off my 2 big soft boxes and just left on my ring light and everything, and now it's just like, ew, fancy, nice. I actually filmed like the first bit of this video already, but then my roommate started playing games with his brother and everything. Yeah, on the other side of that wall right there is our living room where he was gaming. And obviously he was talking to his brother over chat. Yeah. So, we're just gonna redo the regular intro for this video, I guess. Yeah. But today we are gonna be talking about men that I find to be very, very attractive within the metal scene. Because if there's one thing that any gay can relate to during this time of year, or just in general and whatnot, is lusting after men that will never reciprocate your feelings back to you. That being said, like with the list that I have here, I'm only going to be covering 10 of the 12 men that I have on my list here. I have 2 men that I know that are gay. If I'm going to cover both of them in this video, I don't know. I know one of them is going to make it on here because I want to give this man some love because I wasn't able to give him love in the compilation video that I did at the beginning of the month. I haven't been like very thirsty and low-key H-word on this channel in quite some time, so it's time to change that with this video. We're gonna do that. We're gonna break out the hormones with this video. Let me go in and mention it now. I am indeed wearing a onesie right now because comfy. It's a Mothman onesie. I wish that the little thingies stuck up and whatnot, but they don't. So, yeah, and I also have wings. But because the antennae don't stick up, I just look like a ghost cat. I have been wanting to do this follow-up video to the video of the same nature that I did like, what, 2-3 years ago now? I've been wanting to do this for such a long time, and I'm finally doing it this year. Let's actually get on to doing this video and talking about some hot menses within the metal scene. Ooh, yes. Before we get started with this video, I gotta do my typical intro, which is if you guys are new here to my channel, don't forget to hit subscribe. And also, while you're down there, definitely give this video a thumbs up because that'll help me out a lot. All my links are down in the description box below, which are the links to my Instagram and my beauty channel. So follow me on those places if you're interested. And yeah, let's get started. I don't have a script for this video. So that's your first sign that this is gonna be absolute garbage. But I do have a list of men here. And the first one that we are going to touch on is someone that I would love to touch on and have felt this way for a very, 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 very long time, because I have known the singer, again, very, very, very long time. 13 years, in fact. And that is Tommy Karevik of Camelot and Seventh Wonder. Most people know him from Camelot, but he also has a band called Seventh Wonder. I don't even know if they're still around anymore. I really don't. I really don't. And I will be honest with you, I wasn't the biggest fan of Seventh Wonder. They had some songs that I really enjoyed. Like, I really love Alley Cat. Alley Cat is a good song. I would love to see Camelot live again. They were my first concert back in 2013, and I have yet to see them since then. I also got to meet them too, so that was also really fun. Back in those days, he was just like, yeah, he's an attractive guy, yeah, I could see it. I could see it. The beard, though. Like, when I saw him in the Alley Cat music video all them years ago, I was just like, oh. I'm telling you, beards do something for me. If you watch the original like Men I Find Attractive video, you know this. Beards do it for me. When it comes to men, if he looks like he has a hairy ass, I'm gonna wanna take a bite. And I'm not just talking about just the cheeks. I'm talking about like betwixt the cheeks and everything. Like, honey, I wanna have a little nibble on the wicker basket. I love the fact that he's just been rocking the beard all these years later. Like, I remember when he first joined Camelot, it was very much like the little landing strip, chin strip. It wasn't a flavor saver he had. He didn't have a flavor saver. I don't know what this thing was when he first joined the band, but that's like the bit of facial hair that he had going on in the early days. And I mean, it wasn't a bad look. He either had like the little strip or it was clean shaven, and it wasn't a bad look. But the fact that he started rocking the beard with Camelot now and is just doing it in general is just like, oh, just give it to me. Just give it to me. Also, I'm not really into like the beefy kind of guys, but again, I can make exceptions. I can make exceptions. Like, there's this one hot vendor guy whom I haven't seen in a hot minute. I did my gay investigating skills and whatnot. I used those to find his Instagram, and I thirst followed him on Instagram. Yeah, like, on paper, like, he's like a big, like, bit of like a big, beefy, muscly kind of guy and everything, but it's the hair. The hair does it for me. The body hair, the beard, is just like, ooh. That's when I can make an exception. I will say this, though, I have fallen off of Camelot over the last few years. In my opinion, they really haven't had a good release, like, in my opinion, a release that I've been like, oh, I really like this, since Haven. And that was, God, how long ago was that even? Was that 2014, 2015, something like that? Like, it's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've been like, you know what, I really like this Camelot release. Also, can we just talk about how him and Cobra are like the hottest couple in the metal scene? Like, come on. Moving to the next person in this lineup, we have Parker Jameson of Starkill, which I am so excited that they are making a comeback again. Like, I really enjoyed this band. I've actually been listening to the Gravity album a little bit here and there lately, and just been reminding myself as to just how wonderful of an album that it is. If you are unfamiliar with Starkill, they are like a symphonic death, prog power, blendy kind of band. Like, they have a very unique and distinct sound, and they're just so good. They're just so good. From the get-go, when I first learned about these guys eons ago, back when they were signed to Century Media, like years ago, I can't even remember the name of the song, because it was before the Shadow Sleep album came out. When I learned about them, it was before that album came out. This was a long time ago, kids. A video popped up on Century Media of theirs, and immediately I was just like, oh, this frontman is hot. This frontman is hot. Like, he's got really nice facial hair, and his hair is just majestic as all hell. Like, it's like big, thick, voluminous hair. And it's just like, the hair envy is very much there for me. I mean, granted, I love my curls now, but back in these days, I didn't really care for my curls, and I would straighten my hair often. And with me having like this long, thick, straight hair, I could never get it to be voluminous because of the fact that I flat ironed it. And yeah, I wanted it to be voluminous like his. Now I am perfectly content with my curls and love my curls now. I love my natural hair texture now. But I still wish that I had big hair like his. I'm pretty sure him and Sarah are now married. I know that they were engaged. I don't know if they are married now. they might be. But again, another very attractive couple within the metal scene. And also the fact that they're in the same band together, again, just like power couple in a band is just always a fun sight to see. But he's also like a cat dad, and I just, he's so fine, and he's got great tattoos. It's just, again, this man is so fine. Now with him, I can't really tell if he has a hairy ass or not. Because, I don't know, he doesn't have that much hair on him. Kind of like with Tommy. He doesn't really seem to have much hair on him, so yeah. But it's the beard. It's the beard and the head hair for me. Okay, next up we have someone that has recently crept onto my list, and that is Josh Taylor of the Hara. So the Hara is I guess you could say like a modern metal band, a bit of like a metalcore, hard rock kind of band that I learned about within the past year, I want to say. And I remember when I learned about them, they got recommended to me through like listening to like Ukrainian artists. So at first I thought they were a Ukrainian band, but they are not. They're a band from the UK. That being said though, Josh actually collaborated with the Hard Kiss with their song I Love You, which is off of their new album Greyhound, which is such an amazing album. Go listen to it. It is such a stellar release. I definitely need to get a physical copy of it at some point. Just such a stunning album. Like, I listened to it all week last week. That was all I listened to in the car last week. And it's just such a great fucking album. This is one of those men that really solidifies the fact that my type is, I know it when I see it. Sure, I have my weaknesses and everything, like beards, body hair, tattoos, and everything. A great butt, a hairy butt, and a hairy hole. Josh doesn't really fit into that at all. Like, yeah, he's got tattoos. And he's a bit muscly. In gay lingo, he is a twunk. I'm pretty sure he's not gay. But at the same time, I don't know. I feel like the Hara's music videos are a little bit queer-coded. I don't know. They feel a little queer-coded to me. They do. So I don't know if somebody in the band is queer or if they're just like have some really good styling going on in their music videos. I don't know. But those videos are queer-coded as fuck. But he's got some really good tattoos. Like, his voice is, again, something that I typically not gravitate towards too. But I don't know. There's just something about their music that I just find really intriguing. And the thing that initially drew me in is the fact that I found this man to be very attractive. I came to listen to the music, stayed for the man, but then continued to stay for the music. Next up, we have Alex Richichi of The Offering. The Offering is a band that I learned about through Century Media back in, I want to say it was, when did Home come out? Was it in 2019? 2017? It was somewhere in there. It was somewhere in there. And I learned about them through the lyric video for Failure SOS. All the best ways possible. Absolutely bonkers. And was unlike anything I had ever heard of. And was immediately on board with them. It's so hard to describe their sound. Like, there's like influences of like classic heavy metal, death metal, metalcore, prog. Like, it is so expansive and their sound is just amazing. Yeah, Alex falls into that really intense weak spot for me, which is bald head, strong beard. Yeah, this man, he just does it for me. He does so much for me. Like when the music video for Wasp came out off of the Seeing the Elephant album, when that music video came out, I was just like, oh my god, those arms. The arms were arming, man. And like, just realizing that Consent is my favorite song off the album. I love to just think that like he is a sub bottom and everything. And I'm pretty sure he's straight. I'm pretty sure he's straight. But I love listening to that song and just thinking that he's talking about a man being domed by a man instead of being domed by a woman. Okay, rude train. I'm over here trying to be horny, and you are not allowing me to do so. He's got some insane vocals. Like, if you have never listened to their music, please do. If you really want to get a full scale of, like, his range, listen to Ultraviolence. The bald head with the strong beard, like, it just, I don't know, like, I just want him to scream into my hole. Like, is that too much to ask for? Next up, we have a guitarist. Yes, if I'm not mistaken, he's the bassist of this band, and that is Marco Valerio of Hand of Juno. I learned about Hand of Juno when their first single came out. Oh god, I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but I remember coming across it, and I have it featured on this channel. It was the first, I think the first video that I posted on here from when I took that hiatus like several years ago, because I was like struggling with dealing with my breakup and just took time away from creating content and everything to focus on me and getting better. I think it's called 15 Artists That I've Discovered Recently, or 15 Songs That I've Been Into Recently, something like that. But I included that particular song in that video, and that was with the original lineup. But since then, they have changed the lineup ever so slightly. One member left, and then 2 people came in, one of which being Marco. Initially, Marco was just a live musician for the band, but then he became an official member, and I remember seeing the live footage from their early shows and everything when they started to pick up a little bit of traction as they were releasing more singles, and I was just thinking to myself, like, man, this dude is hot. His stage outfits just give me like that 2000s, the goth aesthetic that you saw in Blade and Queen of the Damned, like that kind of vibe. He gives off that kind of vibe in like his stage looks, and even in the look that he wore in that one music video for Hug My Death. Like, just like this man, that vibe, that kind of vibe is just so fucking hot to me. I don't know what it is. That aesthetic is so hot to me. And I don't know if it just appeals to like the repressed teenage gay in me that found that aesthetic to be so hot as a teenager. I don't know if it stems from that or if it's just because it's just a fucking hot look. I don't know. But this man is hot. And the fact that he wears a beanie, I don't know what it is. The beanie does things for me too. But he's also just like really beefed up a bit, which again, I'm not into. But it's with the aesthetic and the vibe that he has that it's just like, oh my god. Like, he looks like either a vampire slayer or a vampire from those like vampire films from like the mid 2000s. Like, it's very much that vibe, and I just fucking love it. And just, yeah, if you've never listened to Hand of Juno, definitely give them a listen. Like, their music is a lot of fun, so much fun. I doubt that they'll ever come to the US anytime soon, but like, I would love to experience them live because their music is just so much fun. It's so much fun and just such a interesting blend of sounds and aesthetics. Right, so the next person that we have on the list, I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce his last name, so I'm probably gonna butcher it, and I am so sorry if I do, my dude. Because there is a possibility that he might watch this video, or his bandmates might watch this video, because I am internet friends with his bandmates. And that is gonna be Semir Özerkan. Özerkan? God, I'm white, okay? Leave me alone. He is in Oceans of Slumber and Necrofier. Oh god, man, this man, he probably doesn't know who I am. I have interacted with him at the merch booth a few times before, though. A few times? No, I've only gone to their merch booth once, when he was at the merch booth. And that was when the first time that I saw Oceans of Slumber back in 2022? Yeah, in 2022, when they were at the Purgatory stage at the Masquerade. That was such an amazing night. Still probably my favorite concert I've ever been to. But yeah, I learned at that show that I found that man to be very, very attractive. I'm pretty sure I had seen him and stuff in like music videos and things like that, and I was just like, oh yeah, he's attractive. But like, there are moments where it's just like you encounter people in the wild and you're like, oh my God, I just want to bury my face in your bush. You can tell that this man is hairy in all of the right places and is just, oh, yes. And he's got a great voice, like, again, just like scream into my hole. I can understand why some people wish that we gays did not have rights and everything, but you know what? I don't care. This is my month. I can be unhinged. Also, keep in mind, I'm making this video all in good fun. But these men are really fucking hot, like this dude is here. Like, he's got great hair. He's got great facial hair. He's just so fucking attractive. And just, oh my God, like, I know, like, the chances of me seeing Oceans of Slumber in the near future are a bit slim, considering that baby Beverly has arrived. Like, obviously, like, Dauber and especially Cammy are focusing on being parents to a toddler now. Well, one of the things that I look forward to with being able to see Oceans of Slumber live again is to be able to, like, hey, there's Cammy and Dauber and everything, let's catch up and everything. But also it's just like, ooh, I get to see Semir rock out. Ooh, yes. Remember when I saw them live last? It was when when was it, 2023? Yeah, in 2023, because that's when they toured with Moonspell and Elaine. And God, that was another amazing show altogether and everything, and just such a good time. His voice during I Mourn These Yellowed Leaves, oh my God. I felt those growls in my balls. Like, it was wonderful and amazing. Next up, we have Jim Gray of Caligula's horse. Okay, hear me out, alright? Is this man just some plain Jane man? Absolutely. Absolutely. But he is a ginger, right? He might be a ginger as in how I am a ginger. So, where it's just like, you're born a ginger, but as you get older, you go more brown. Also, I love how I went to go search, and the first video that is recommended to me on Instagram is something from The Gathering. Oh, Eleanor. Strong beard. A strong beard can do so much for me. And he's also got really nice long hair too, which for a long time I was very iffy on men with long hair. Like, there are times where it's just like, ooh, I'm into this. But then there are also times where it's just like, oh, I am not into this at all. And I don't know if it's because of the presentation of the hair. I am saying this, and I've already talked about several guys with long hair, but I'm talking like long straight hair and everything. Like, I'm cool with like curls and like thick fluffy hair and everything, but when it comes to like long straight hair, it's just like, I don't know, it just seemed so like boring to me. I had known about Caligula's horse for quite some time, but I never really dove into them in the past up until Charcoal Grace came out, what was it, 2 years ago? And I decided to give it a go, and I was completely obsessed. It was on my top 10 rankings that year. I have a vinyl copy of it in my vinyl collection. I think I hauled it off in a video actually on this channel, but it's such a stellar release. And then I've started checking out some of their other releases and everything, and it's just like, yo, I can't believe I've missed out on this. Like, his voice is just gorgeous. He's got such an amazing voice on him. And again, like, is he a bit of a, like, kind of like me, where it's just like, yeah, you're conventionally attractive, but there's honestly not really anything exciting going on? Yeah. He's just like a regular dude. But I think that's what adds to what I find to be so attractive about him, is that it's just like, you are clearly someone that is not out of my league. That sounds so shady. It really does. But I said it with my full chest there, and I own up to that. I really do. Of all the men that I have mentioned on this list, like, he is a man that I am pretty sure that I probably stand the most chance in potentially getting with. Even though I'm pretty sure he's straight. I don't know much about this man at all. Like, for all I know, he could be on the rainbow spectrum. He could be. But I don't know. Just like any of these other guys I've talked about so far, they could be somewhere on the rainbow spectrum. But I don't know. He's just a normal dude. He's just a normal dude. But the voice, the hair, the beard, like, the way he presents himself and everything, like, I don't know what it is, like, what the allure about this man is to me. But it's just like, I just find him to be so insanely attractive. Next up, we have Andre Pali of Sharks in Your Mouth. I'm not sure if he's still in Crysalys or not. I know he was for, like, a single. I don't even know if Crysalys is even still around. I really don't. I first learned about him through, like, the song that he's on with them, that we can at least confirm that he's with them on and everything, which is Moonlight Encounter. And, like, back then, I was just like, oh, this guy's pretty cute. He's pretty cute and everything. Like, he's got a really nice voice. Then I learned about Sharks in Your Mouth, and holy shit. Oh, God, he started flicking my bean. I don't know what it is about, like, deathcore vocalists, but I don't know. There's just something about them. I have a soft spot for them. I don't know if it's the things that they do with their throats. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to learn how to do, like, deathcore vocals and everything, because I just am always wanting to expand my vocal prowess. I saw, like, a reel on Instagram that, like, kind of demoed it a bit, where it's like, oh, you just raise the back of your tongue up towards the roof of your mouth, and you can still do, like, a false chord technique, which is how I do my screams and whatnot. And so it's just like, oh, like, it's as simple as that. And so it's just like, like, yeah, okay, cool. Anyways, getting back on course here. This man, I'm not even a bottom, but he could raw me. Honestly, he gives off bottom vibes, though. Like, verse bottom vibes. Like, he does. Like, if he was queer, I feel like he would be, like, a verse bottom. I don't know why. I just get those vibes, especially after they did that cover of, Montero, Call Me By Your Name. His whole vibe in that video, it just is, like, very queer-coded. I don't know. And also the fact that they were one of the very few bands that I saw cover that song also, again, kind of made me question, like, is he somewhere on the rainbow spectrum? And if so, please do tell. The alphabet soup people are wanting to know. Most importantly, I'm wanting to know, because I want to be able to know if I actually can potentially stand a chance. It is extremely unlikely, because he is in Italy and I am here in the US, and he doesn't know who I am, and honestly, I don't know who he is aside from being the vocalist in potentially 2 bands. What I do know is that he's very attractive. He's got a pretty good voice, and you can tell, though, that he probably doesn't have that nice of a butt. Like, he's got that generic white dude butt and everything. Like, it's kind of probably more of like a muscle booty and everything, where it's just like, there's not really anything exciting going on there, but you're still happy to see it. And that's how I feel it's kind of is. And that he's either, like, the type of guy who either has a full bush or he's clean shaven. That's another thing. He also has some really good facial hair, too. The 2 confirmed gays on the list. Yes, we're actually going to discuss them both. So we'll start out with someone whom I haven't talked to in quite some time. and everything. Granted, he's not really on social media like he used to be that I know of. Like, he'll occasionally post like thirst traps on Instagram from time to time. But yeah, and also I'm not entirely sure how active he is in the scene anymore either. But that's gonna be Drake Chrisdensen of Ruins of Elysium. I learned about this band, God, years and years ago because Drake reached out to me in my DMs on Instagram years and years ago, just promoting the band and whatnot. And I fell in love. They're a symphonic metal band from South America, Brazil? Yeah, Brazil. Such a big sound. And like, he is very gay. He is very gay. And just, yeah, like, especially these days, like, he does not hide it within like the music, within his stage presence and whatnot, and just like what he's posting online and everything. He very much gives off circuit gay energy, which again typically aren't really my kind of gays. It's the beard. But I've always found him to be very attractive. Even like back in his more twinkier days, like years ago, like I still thought that he was quite attractive. And he's got such an impressive voice. I mean, like, you don't encounter too many like baritone tenors within the metal scene, especially when they're fronting a band. You don't encounter them very often, and so it's always refreshing to me whenever I do. And again, his voice is just impeccable. In recent years, he's just been really hitting up the gym and again giving off like that circuit gay energy, and the fact that he's also Brazilian and everything kind of fuels that vibe even more, and everything. That is just like, oh, he's giving off quintessential circuit gay. Which again, they're typically not my speed because I know circuit gays would not want to have anything to do with me and whatnot, but it's kind of like how I like to say, I can always look at the menu, but I can't order. The man, like, he's got such a great chest. He's got such a great chest, and the nip-nops. The final person that we are going to be discussing in this video, this one might be like the curveball for some people, but hey, I don't care. I have no shape. That's Rob Halford of Judas Priest, as well as the solo project Halford. He's the gay guy in the band. I love this man. He is the elder gay that I aspire to be. Like, I mention this all the time and everything, like, he's a leather daddy. He wears cat shirts all the time whenever he's not in Metal Gear, or leather gear, I should probably say, not really Metal Gear. Like, again, he's a leather daddy and everything. He brought the leather scene to the metal scene and everything, and it's just like, y'all didn't know he was gay. I enjoy me some Judas Priest. I'm not really into like the new wave of British heavy metal type of band, that classic heavy metal style of music, but I can definitely get into Judas Priest. Is it because I know deep down that it's being performed by a gay man? Possibly. It definitely helps. Does it also help that I find Rob Halford to be very attractive? Again, yes. And here's the crazy thing, too. Younger Rob Halford, not really my cup of tea. Current day Rob Halford, please. I love me a daddy. I do. I mean, like, I've had a thing for daddies for a very long time. And, like, I've been with quite a few over the years and everything. I'm never going to tell you guys my body count. That is for me to know and for you to wonder. But just know, I have been with plenty of a daddy. Age is definitely a number, but so is 911. Keep that in mind. Remember that. When it comes to guys that are younger than me, like, I'm okay if they're like a few years younger than me. I think like the youngest that I would probably go is probably maybe like 25 and everything. But I have felt this way since I was like younger too. Like, the idea of dating someone that was younger than me when I was 24 was weird to me. Like, I don't know why. Like, it just felt weird to me. And as an adult, like, getting with somebody that's younger than 25 is weird to me. Will guys slip through the cracks from time to time? Probably. But generally speaking, I'm going to go after guys that are around my age or older. When it comes to like older guys, like, as long as you don't look like you're melting and you clearly take care of yourself, I'm gonna find you attractive. And that is exactly the case with Rob Halford. Again, strong beard, bald head, and like, for fuck's sake, he's a founding father of heavy metal. Like, without him, we wouldn't have a lot of what we have in the metal scene. So, yeah. Come at me, bro. And also, like, him posting photos of him in assless chaps and everything, like, I live for those moments when those things happen. Because it just goes to show you, like, yeah, to all the straight guys out there going to these metal shows, they're like, oh, he's just in his metal garb and everything. No, he's a leather daddy. And he's reminding you that he's a leather daddy. And leather daddies are fun. But also, like, he's just such a loving, caring person. Like, he has such a big heart. And you really get that when you watch, like, interviews or even that one speech that he gave where, like, he opened it up with saying, like, hi, I'm the gay one in the band. Like, at the fucking Golden Gods. Like, for crying out loud, like, this man is just the salt of the earth. He is just absolutely wonderful, and I would love to be able to see Judas Priest live one day. I highly doubt it will ever happen because, I mean, stadium shows just aren't really my speed and everything. Like, I love a club show. I want to be standing at a metal show. I don't want to be sitting. I don't want to be sitting at a concert in general. I want to be standing. I want to be standing. I want to see a fucking pit happen. Does that mean that I should probably go to a metal festival? Probably, but the only issue that I have with that is, see how fucking pale I am? Yeah, I'm gonna burn to a crisp if I go to a fucking festival. And not only that, but I also have intestinal issues. I'm gonna have to be best friends with a porta potty? Bitch. No. I ain't doing that shit. I don't even like using the porta potties when I go to Pride. And I don't even like going to Pride. Granted, I'm going to try to go again this year because now that I'm medicated, I'm wondering if I'll actually have a lot more fun. You know what? That's something that I wish would happen too, is that, like, these gay metal performers would actually perform at Pride events. Like, imagine Judas Priest performing at, like, LA Pride, Atlanta Pride. Insert places Pride here. Like, that would be so fucking rad. That would be so fucking rad. Those kids are 10 men within the metal scene that I find to be very, very attractive. What did we all think? How do you guys feel about this list? Definitely check out the previous one that I did a few years ago if you want to see some other men that I find very, very attractive within the metal scene. And this video just goes to show you that not all gays are scared of guitars. Granted, this whole channel is, like, proof of that because, I mean, like, majority of the content here on this channel is metal music related. I gotta drive the gays over onto this channel somehow. I have to find my symphonic metal boyfriend, which is also another reason why I do these videos. But who are some men within the metal scene that you find to be quite attractive? Let me know. I would love to exchange notes in the comments. That's gonna be it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it to be fun, helpful, informative, and whatnot, and just enjoyed me being a unhinged, thirsty little gremlin. And I hope you had fun, and I hope you all continue to have a happy Pride. And until I see you guys in my next video, whenever that might be, goodbye.